Hello traders, good morning, good afternoon and good evening depending upon the time zone. My name is Mohammed Azim and welcome to ReadyForex.com London Market Session Forex Analysis and Elliot Wave Forecast. This is the daily time frame of Euro dollar currency pair. Okay, right now you can see that price action is rising up. We got this nice bullish trend channel over here. The way I see EURUSD is probably going to rise up even further to print bullish wave 5 impulse Elliott wave leg. So the trend looks up, and how far I expect the price action to go, well, let me show you. The way I see market is most likely going to reach 1.1937 level. This is the minimum expectation. It could go higher than that. I mean, it's not necessary that price action is this and then prints a top. All I am saying is that market is most likely going to rise up further, and secondly, the minimum expectation. Okay. Next, let us take a look at smaller time frames, like a 4-hour chart over here. So the 4-hour time frame. Now regarding the 4-hour chart right over here, nice uptrend going on in euro dollar currency pair, and the chances are high that euro dollar is easily going to break above this most recent swing high. Okay, so let's go over here, go to the parameters. Okay, let's change the color to yellow. And okay, so we have this level right up over here, and euro dollar is easily going to break above this level. Now, like I've said earlier, the price action is going to rise up more. However, it's also possible that we are going to get some kind of a false breakout. Okay, false breakouts, they're quite common in trading. And let me adjust this trend line over here, delete this one trend line, and just adjust it over here a little. In fact, we don't need the fib level at this time, so I'm going to delete it. Okay, so this is the upper bullish trend channel line, and I'm just going to duplicate that. Just okay, it's almost there. Yes, this is the level. So the way I see, we're most likely going to get some kind of a triangle pattern over here. What I mean by that is expect wave A, then B, C, D and E, and then price is going to rise up even further. Okay, now let's go over to a 1-hour chart. Price action just keep going up. Let me remove all of these levels. I did the New York market session analysis, and I discussed all of these scenarios. Okay, so we have this support level right over here at 1.17 45 level, and at the upper area, this is the high. Okay, so 1.1829, that's the level, the upper level and lower level. The possibility that I am looking, expect some kind of bullish breakout. Is likely going to create a false bullish breakout. 1 second, let's go over here. Sometimes market, print maybe 2 candles, 3 candles sometimes, and those candles just create a false breakout. People buy it, and right after that, action goes in an opposite way. Okay, so I'm looking for a bullish leg to the upside, and then that leg is most likely going to create a false breakout, and then market is going to plunge, it's going to fall back down. However, we can't just jump into the market, so the idea is look for upside in euro here. Okay, next one is the US dollar index. Bearish trend channel, 1 2 3 4 5 to the downside. Next one is the US dollar index, 1 hour time frame, waiting for the price action to break above 97.34 level. We will see how it goes. So far, the way I see price action is going to drop most likely inside US dollar index. Okay, next one, GBPUSD currency pair, daily time frame. Same goes in GBPUSD. The way I see price action is probably going to rise up more, one more time, to break above 1.38 level, and then expect a top and a drop after that. Next we have the 4 hour time frame. We got this one bearish candlestick close. The same level which was working as a support is now acting as a resistance level, and the way price action is moving up, it's quite possible that it's going to break higher. Okay, let me tell you the exact level and write it down over here. Okay, the low is 1.37169. Okay, okay, this is the level you need to watch. 1.3716. That's the level right over here. Let's move this one away a little bit. So the chance that market, it might go up like this, prints a new high, and then expect a top and a drop. Okay. Next one is the minutes chart, GBPUSD currency pair. One idea is to wait for the price action to break out of this bearish trend channel. What I mean by that is, we have two ways from this point. One idea is price action is going to rise up, prints a false bullish breakout, and then prints a top as well. Now there is a second idea known as a plan B, or alternative Elliot wave count, is that price action is going to break below this old swing low over here. Okay, and this means market is probably going to drop from current levels. So if we do get a bearish break to the downside, then that will open the door for further bearish price action. Okay. However, the way I see the way price action is behaving, especially the euro dollar trying to rise up even further, it's quite possible that GBPUSD is going to rise up further. A top over here, a false breakout, and then drops back down. Next one is the Aussie dollar, AUDUSD currency pair. So daily time frame, it's an uptrend going on in 1 hour. Let's remove all of this. Now in 1 hour chart of AUDUSD currency pair, this is the support level right over here. Now regarding the AUDUSD currency pair, I'm also expecting a false bullish breakout to the upside. Okay, so what I'm saying is price action is probably going to rise up more, and people start looking for potential buy trades, and then market is going to print a top. It's going to turn around, creates a false breakout. So let me draw some trend lines so you guys get an idea. Okay, it's possible that market might goes above 0.6589 level and prints a false breakout, long spike of about 70 pips, maybe 80 to 100 pips before it actually prints a top and start the decline. Next one is the NZDUSD currency pair, and here's the daily time frame. Now in NZDUSD currency pair, I'm waiting for the price action to test 61.29 level. Then I expect a top and a drop in NZDUSD currency pair. One is the 4-hour chart, and if market wants to drop from current levels, then 0.6036, that's the level you need to watch. Next one is the US dollar Swiss franc currency pair, daily time frame, nice bearish downtrend going on, and I expect further weakness in price action. So US dollar Swiss franc, if USD Swiss franc really wants to go up over here, then this is the level, 0.7993. Let me write it down. Inside US dollar Swiss franc, 0.7993. This is the level you need to look at. So if price action is going to break this level, then the forecast is going to change. Otherwise, it's still a downtrend, and I expect further weakness in price action of US dollar Swiss franc. Here's the 1 hour time frame. The way I see market is probably going to print a new low today. We could get a spike in the market, some kind of a false breakdown. Looks quite possible. And then tomorrow we get a bottom inside US dollar Swiss franc currency pair. Next one is the spot gold XAU USD pair. Same story, sideways price action. Overall it is an uptrend, and I'm expecting the spot gold to start the decline and reach somewhere around 0.786% Fibonacci retracement level, 3191 area. Okay, next let us take a look at US dollar CAD. USD-CAD currency pair, bearish trend over here. Market is most likely going to test 1.3515 level before we actually gets kind of a bottom in USD Canadian dollar currency pair. Daily time frame, same story. This is the level. Let me tell you. move this one down a little bit. So 1.3540 level, price action is most likely going to break this level, creates a false breakout, and then once market turns around, that would be a nice bottom, an upcoming bottom in USDCAD currency pair. If you take a look at 4-hour time frame, price action is moving inside the box, this yellow color highlighted area. It's a sideways price action. Let's assume price action isn't going to drop. Well, in that case, you wait for the price action to move above the old swing high and above 1.3797 level. If this happens, fine. Otherwise, it's just a sideways market. Not a good idea to take any kind of risk. Next one is the US dollar yen currency pair, JPY currency pair. I'm expecting for the weakness in price action of USD yen currency pair. Let's go to a 1-hour chart. This is the 1-hour time frame. We got this nice bearish rainbow over here. Let's go over to the 1-hour chart over here. Okay, looks like to me we got quite a sideways price action. This is a range bound market and the chances are high. These things usually break to the downside. Okay, so we'll see how it goes. Okay, any questions? And if you have any questions, feel free to type inside the chat box. Otherwise, I'm going to end the London market session and then I will come back later today about after about 12 hours time to do the New York market session. Okay, that's pretty much it for the time being from my side. Have a nice day and see you later.